Hey guys, I know you've all been itching to see more VaultWiki 4, so let's take a little tour of how the pages themselves are shaping up. Well, here I am on the main landing page for the wiki, the index. This is the page you get whenever you click on the wiki tab in the nav bar. As you can see, the namespace wheel, as some people were calling it, is now gone. This is now a content page, which you can edit like any other wiki page, so it's much easier to have a custom page than before. This is the first of a number of landing pages we'll be looking at. Basically, landing pages are the pages you see when you visit any page that's part of the structural hierarchy in VaultWiki 4. They can be edited, or they will show default text. They also show a list of content that falls under that part of the wiki. For the wiki index, or as I like to call it, the Windex, that's the main wiki areas, which you remember can be set back up at the Mario pipes. Let's go on ahead to the demo area, where I was checking out comments in the last video. The demo area is what has become of our demo forum that you are probably familiar with at our vaultwiki.org website. Like with the index, there's no longer a confusing process to replace the forum's article list with a page. It's like this by default. I see the text in this article is still gibberish, but below it is a list of categories. Categories are another thing that's different because you don't add them with BB code anymore, but that's another video in and of itself. In case you were wondering why they all say category in front of them, that's because you can use any prefix on any article. I can have categories with the image or template prefix, so the category prefix is now treated literally. Something to keep in mind, and we'll be sure to remind you before upgrading. Anyway, as we scroll down, you'll see that this area page lists its sub-areas, gives you a handy link to create a new page, and lists some of the recently updated pages in this area. If we click View All Pages, we'll see something that looks more familiar. It's a list of all the articles in this area. Speaking of landing pages, before I move on, I should show you another page that didn't have one before. So since you guys were nice enough to make it, let's check out the VaultWiki users social group. As you can see, the landing page for the group appears right on this page, as well as a create new link, and a brief list of other pages in this group. I should note that although the page says Title 2, that's because we imported the page before finishing the social group's integration, it's actually going to match whatever the name of your group is. Now I'm going to show you a category page. Not much different here. You have a handy link to create something that will be automatically added to the category. Books already have this ability, and nothing has changed about them right now, so I'll just skip to what's probably been eating at you this whole time. A good article to use this for is category Kukaraku, since it's one of the only articles we haven't broken doing tests. So have a look at the right and you'll see the brand new sidebar. At the top we have a search box, and after that we have the recent activity block. This shows users with relative promptness what's going on in the wiki at all times. As you can see in the filters, it can show a variety of information, and it constantly updates as you sit on the current page. Below that, you'll see the first in a series of blocks we'll be making. The intention of these About This Page blocks is to help authors craft articles that meet certain admin desired standards, and to help readers identify what articles meet those standards. This specific block measures the article's readability, how easy the article is to understand, which is good to have an idea of if you target a lot of students or foreign visitors. As with the other blocks we have planned along these lines, the admin can set a target readability, which this article meets. Congrats the Horek! For the similar content block, a better article to look at is the demo area again, since there are a lot of results for the word demo. This block searches the site for non-wiki content that it thinks might be relevant to the current article. It uses the same method as VBulletin's similar threads feature, so it will only be as accurate as that, but it shows results from the forums, CMS, and blogs if it finds them. This example shows a number of entries that were once wiki threads from VaultWiki 3, and this will probably happen for admins who forget to remove the old wiki forums after the upgrade, like we did. You're probably thinking that something like similar content is an expensive block to use as far as server resources go. Well, all of these sidebar blocks utilize a caching system so that they aren't fully processed on every page load, so that's nice. Also, if you're thinking to yourself, there's all these sidebar blocks and you have more planned, what do I need with all this bloatware? Let me respond by saying that all of these blocks are modular. They can be enabled or disabled on a block-by-block basis, and based on user group. Let's have a look in the admin panel at the new sidebar blocks link under the content section. I can click the edit icon for something like activity feed, and here I get options to further control the output of the block or whether to use it at all. The settings for each block are unique to that block, and the final release will have more settings than you see here. Back at the list of blocks, the Modify Permissions link lets us turn them on or off for each user group. Let's make admins unable to see the activity feed. So now you can see that, for me anyway, the activity feed is gone from pages. Maybe you like the sidebar but think it's getting in the way while you're reading an article. Just hover over the right edge of the article, click this thing, and bam! Sidebar hidden. It's just as easy to get it back. Well, that was a lot for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed looking at these changes coming in VaultWiki 4.